Hello everyone! Today I'm doing something different. I really liked in the other video the part I did with the beer. You can check that video out if you want, or keep watching this one. Anyway, I like this face-to-face talking quite a lot actually. It was really fun to edit. And my channel's still new. My channel, it's malleable. I can still do new things. I'm still trying to find my YouTube footing. So today I want to talk about what it was like to play video games growing up as a European. That's a mainland European, actually. English, you don't participate. I'm sorry. I heard you guys didn't do so well at the Eurovision Song Festival. We won, actually. And I care immensely about that. Anyway, gaming here in Europe is completely different, online at least. Well, even offline. Online and offline is completely different from what it's like in the United States. And online you'll find that mostly with the multitude of different languages. I've seen some videos by Americans joke about, occasionally hearing a Brazilian person in there if they're, on the same server. You should try Europe, man. There's like 1,000 languages. I don't know. So you get into this lobby and there's like 2 French people and a German person and a Dutch person, and it's insanity, especially if there's always this group. Every 100 games or so you run into this group that hasn't figured out like how to use Discord or any other service, especially back in the day when people had to use like TeamSpeak, Ventrilo or Skype, and they were all pretty shit. People would just use the in-game chat in their own language, and it's pretty annoying. It's pretty annoying, but dare you say something about it. I have no clue why this happens. They always start cursing you out in their own language. I don't understand it. I don't know. I don't think I can be offended. You're a random person online. I wouldn't even be offended if I did understand it. I shouldn't just talk trash though, because it's also really good. It's nice. It's nice to have all these different people. And in my days, gaming, especially during high school when gaming was literally all I did. Especially during that time, it was great to I had friends like in England, I have friends in France, in Germany, in Switzerland, someone else I met. And it was cool to play League of Legends, Call of Duty, all that sort of stuff with those people, with those different nationalities. And it was just fun to hear all the different English accents as well, like the Spanish in League of Legends. They would always talk over chat to each other. Spain didn't have Skype or TeamSpeak or anything. They just used the in-game typey chat. It was always like, Katerina muy OP. Yeah. But then you take Spanish classes and you learn that that's actually not no, it's which is scarier actually. That's not an improvement at all. But yeah, like I said, people just refused to speak any common language or to speak any language other than their own at all. The Dutch are very guilty of this. That's even in my other video. Play that clip.
Ik hoor aan je stem gewoon omdat je Nederlands bent. En dan ga je alsnog Engels praten.
See? What's that all about? The Dutch speak English. All of Europe should speak English. Or at least, it's a different story. I'm moving on from that, because that's a 30-minute tangent I would go on. And then they would also have this. The Dutch did this all the time. And the Germans, you know who you are. They put like NL in the name, or Gech for Germany. Anyway, what? Why does it matter? I don't care that you're Dutch. I don't care that your name is fucking Martin NL. I don't give a fuck. Who gives a shit? Just get a cool username. And I don't think you see this as much in the United States. So do you people use like the first 2 letters of your state in your username? I just find it a bit sad. Yes, that's the word. If the first thing online, the first thing people see, the first thing that you decide to promote yourself with is the country that you're from, rather than any aspect of yourself You're like, if people think of me, I want them to think of this specific piece of earth that I was born on, rather than anything that makes me unique or special or interesting whatsoever. I want them NL, Netherlands, weed and prostitutes, stereotypes. Remember back in the day? Remember like 2007 era when all these games had to be translated into a fucking 1,000 different languages? Nowadays people wait. Nowadays, you know, there's localization for pretty much every language out there. There's like 1,000 languages for each game. And because of that, we have, you know, synchronized release dates all around the world. But oh, that wasn't like that back in the day. No. Let's take a look. Let's take a look at some games. Look, here I have Pokemon Diamond and Pearl. I was so excited for Pokemon Diamond and Pearl. I couldn't wait. Japan, 28th of September 26. Then North America, 22nd of April 2007. Europe, July 27th. July, I had to wait. I want to play Pokemon. Here, Smash Bros. North America, March 9th. Europe, June 27th. Australia is June 26th. I don't know what happened there. It's... You guys only have one language over there. That's sad. I feel for you. Like, we had to wait in all these languages, but you guys... Poor Australians. And then finally, you know, you'd seen footage everywhere of the game already. Everything was already spoiled. The game had been completed. Speedruns were coming out, you know. And finally, you could play the game. And proudly on the box, I will show a picture. It would say, includes 5 languages. And that's just great. If I fucking spoke any of them. But I didn't. I'm Dutch. I didn't speak English. I wasn't born speaking English. It was not a good time. It was not a good time. I had to wait for all these languages to come into the game before I could finally play them. And then they wouldn't even have my language in the game. I would still have to play in English. And this is not a Dutch game. I mean, fucking obviously, but it was a game that I got stuck on a lot because I didn't speak the language. Like, obviously, Mario 64 and Banjo-Tooie was one of my earlier games. You know, a game like Banjo-Tooie obviously benefits from having, you know, understandable dialogue. Like, it has funny dialogue, it adds an extra layer to the game, but it's still a good game, even if you don't speak the language. So in that sense, I got kind of lucky. But then I also had, like, Zelda Majora's Mask and Paper Mario, which is a lot harder if you know, don't have any fucking clue what to do. And the game tells you it's like the simplest thing in the world. Just go here, press the thing or whatever. But you don't speak the language. So I had to get my mom over every single time. Like, Mom, what are they saying? Your mom had to come over and translate it. And then, you know, 5 minutes later, be like, Mom, I'm stuck again. Like, if you haven't been following along with the story, you don't know which NPCs are actually saying something useful and which NPCs are talking complete bollocks. So my mom would have to come over and translate some NPC being like, oh, if you cook a mushroom, it'll become a fried mushroom and it'll restore 2 more HP. Aren't you happy? But there is a bright side to all of this, especially to being a Dutch gamer, because you are forced to learn English, or at least read it. And then later when you go online, obviously I was forced to speak a lot of English as well. And it was just good. That's how my English is so sophisticated nowadays. But yeah, nowadays that means that my English is, you know, quite good. And for a lot of Dutch people, it means that their English is like of a certain level. The Dutch are actually very funny as well, because the Dutch speak probably out of all the Europeans, excluding the English themselves, the Dutch are the most confident in their English, even though it sounds fucking awful. Just listen to my accent. A Dutch person is always happy to speak the English, even though it sounds like it's pretty much Dutch. And yeah, that's it really. I don't really know how to end videos. Hello, it's Phostus from the future. This video took a little too long to make, and that's because I had to move out of my old place back to my mom's, which is where I am now. And unfortunately it's never really quiet here, so I can't really record all that well. This weekend though I'll be moving into my new place, which shouldn't be too noisy, hopefully. Unfortunately there I won't have internet for another month because of reasons beyond me. Only the internet company knows. Anyway, after that, I will be back making videos, and also more gamey videos, not just these type of talky videos. And World of Warcraft Classic should come out not soon after that, so I have a bunch of things planned for that. So yeah, thank you for watching. In the video it says we broke 50 subscribers, but we broke 60, which I didn't even make videos, and we broke 60, so that's really cool. Thank you so much. And I'll see you next time.